Hello and welcome to my model railway project part 17. Just started off with this 03 shunter I've had for a while. Did a bit more weathering on this, make it a little bit more realistic. So I've basically sprayed and weathered some of the front parts here just a little bit to make it more realistic. So I've deepened the weathering on that recently. I've also weathered this class 25 a little bit as well. Again, just brings a bit more realism to it. As you can see, it just tones it down a little bit as it would be as a working engine. I've also weathered the roof. You can pick that up actually with this light, but there's a roof dirt from Railma, which is really good. So I sprayed that as well, and it's come out really, really well. I don't like the engines when they're too clean. It doesn't look right, but this has come out really well. I've been working on this garage scene, just doing a little bit of detailing here. Basically, if you look at the forecourt, there's a little fire extinguisher on the pillar there. I've added a little watering can. You can see that down at the bottom near the pumps. And little bits and pieces like a stand there, trolley stand, a battery box. I've illuminated inside the showroom. There's a car in there. Ford console, I think it is. I've done some detailing inside the garage. There's a guy just coming out there with a tyre mechanic. These are from Knock. It's a little pack. So there's bits and pieces like the oxyacetylene bottles and tyres and little bits and pieces, battery boxes and trolleys. Around the other side here, there's a new car I've added with a mechanic doing some work under the bonnet there. So a little Triumph Herald in there. So just been doing a little bit of detailing here, and there's some more bottles inside there and oil drums and stuff like that. Just zoom into the block of flats here, and I've got one of these singular Prezia or something they're called. Little figures you can buy on their own. There's a little lady here putting a deodorant on, just got out of the shower or the bath. Got a robe on there and just putting some deodorant on. Just a little bit of detailing for that little balcony there. I've just collected a couple of more cars here for this car park scene. There's a Ford Cortina, an old type one. Just zoom in there, very good models these. There you go, these from Oxford. And an Austin 1300, I think, in like a sort of bronzy colour. Very good little models, ideal for this car park scene. Came across these signs. I think it was Gauge Master. I picked these up very cheaply. This is a warning about your dog being shot. I don't know if that's still applicable, but this railway layout's based between the mid-70s, early 80s. Because it's private land. So there's a sign, there's a pack of 3. There's another one down here towards the river about private fishing. So we can zoom in on that a bit more so we're clear. No, I can't pick it up, but basically it's about private fishing down there. Just adds to that little scene, the back of the pub. Another sign here to keep your dogs on the lead, which I put on this walkway behind the semi-detached houses here. Again, it works well. Here's one of the other signs again for a private road for this farm access for the disused farmhouse and outbuildings. Just added this little addition to the Tatley side station of the layout. It's a toilet block from Backman Scenecraft, a very good little model. I've added LED lights inside there and located it on a pavement area. Very highly detailed. Sort of got grilled windows as well. I've stuck that on the corner there. So the passengers have got a toilet to go to if they need be. Very good. Got a little parking meter at the side as well for the car park. Just take you to the back end of Tackley Station behind the cricket pavilion. Where I've relocated the toilet block, I had to take a LED light out here. So I've put it in this walkway which goes to the other end of the platform, and it lights up pretty well at night. So quite chuffed with that, really. I've recently added and fitted a couple of ground shunting signals. These are from CR Signals, very good little models, all working. This is for the exit onto the main line from the sidings at the back of the station area before the tunnel. So on this side, that's the clearance for this line, and bang opposite on the other end is another one. These are all wired up now, ready to go. They both work, and they've got clearance for the side on this side with the class 20s are at the moment. A bit more realism there, as you will get on an entry to a main line when you're shunting the bit more trains. Detail here on the far end of the layout where the sidings are. There's a little hut here I've added, that's from Hornby, and next to that is a ground frame from Blackman. So you've got 4 levers down there with a map or a diagram corresponding to the points on the sidings there. It's a really good little detailed model there. You've got the electrics box there as well, so I thought that fits in very well for the sidings down there. There's another hut here called a lamp hut, which was part of the 2-part pack from Hornby. I've just added that in there at the end of the sidings. Makes a good little detailing area, and just glue that in down there. Corrugated roof, little window on the side. Again, another very well made. I came across this little motorbike model whilst popping into Morris Models in Lansdon, East Sussex, and it's got 2 working lights on here, the front and tail light. It's a very good little highly detailed model with a little rider on it. It's just whizzing past the dairy there. So I'll wire that up, it makes a good little scene, very good at night as well. I've some rolling stock here to my collection. There's a Hornby HAA hopper wagon which has been weathered. A very good little model. So that'll go with the rest of the rake of HAA wagons. I say this one's been graffitied by someone, sprayed all over that with graffiti, but it's a good little model, very highly detailed. Another bit of rolling stock I've acquired here is this Bachmann pipe wagon, a very well detailed little wagon which has been weathered and refurbished. You can see the planks they've renovated the wagon with to take the rotten ones out, which have not been painted, and it's a very good little addition to the layout and runs really well. Another little addition I've added here is this little battery powered platform tractor unit or truck. It's from Prazier. Comes in a single box. It's about 10 quid. It's quite expensive because with a driver and some luggage stacked on here, but makes a really good detailed model for the platform, and it goes well with the trolleys there. Obviously that tows out at some stage, but it's got luggage on the top which is marked out with labels, and it's got the driver as well. But not a bad little kit, that. Another bit of detail I've added here are these blown away newspapers or litter that's just ended up on the track from the platform that passengers just left behind. These are from Shankly Scenics. You just cut them out basically, and I've just left them there as rubbish on the track. It works well. I've had a bit of an incident recently. Been running this Cravers 105 DMU round my layout. It's a beautiful model, and the front lights and interior lights went out, didn't come back on again. So I put the set on to be reprogrammed and accidentally knocked it on the concrete floor resulting in some major damage. Basically, the front end cracked completely, shattered. A friend of mine's managed to repair it for me at the front here. There's a little hairline cracked. He's managed to put that together, so thank you, Gus. You can still see a bit of damage there, but I could weather that. So I could bring this back to life again. I'll show you the other damage. Basically, there's a scratch on the roof. Could do some weathering on that to cover it up. But on the back, it's quite damaged as well. Again, I could do some weathering to cover that up as well. It's a bit squashed a little on the other side. Again, I could do some weathering to cover that up. Just try and focus in on that. Bit of damage there where the plastic is. The exhaust pipes survived intact. The two little light brackets are broken off completely. Would you see that? I don't know. If it was running, probably not. But the major thing is the windscreen's popped out and that's shattered completely. I've telephoned Bachmann, so they've got a spare replacement set, and they haven't. So I've actually bought another set and just changed the body over. So basically got a set of this model, which is not in production anymore, this type. There's different runs. This was one of the first ones that came out. Again, a fantastic model. But I think the lesson from this is to be learnt is if you're very tired, which I was at the time, don't do delicate stuff with your model layout. It can result in a very expensive lesson. So I bought another set from Rails. I managed to get it for £79, so it wasn't bad. So I've replaced the body on the original frame. The frame's working fine, there's nothing wrong with that at all. The sound chip's fine, that works. Just the body that got damaged, but I'll probably wait to see if I can get one on eBay at some stage. I'm sure one will come up, or the windscreen will come up. I've tried different spares company and no one seems to sell the double windscreen here. I'm sure in time that will come up. I'll just keep looking and then I'll replace it. And I could get away probably with the damage that's been caused on the roof and on the back down there. And thanks to my friend Gus who repaired the big crack on the front down there. You could just about see it. They could weather that and get away with it, I think. So yeah, that's the first one I've really damaged like that. Wasn't very happy at all, but just waiting for the windscreen now. So I'll keep looking.